It was late afternoon in spring, and I was walking through the woods. I'd been staying with my friend, let's call him Ray, at his holiday home on the edge of the woods. I decided to get off the main track and pick some berries, and I went a little further. But when the time came to get back onto the main track, I couldn't find it. I was kicking myself for getting so disorientated. I decided if I walked up this hill, maybe I could look out and get my bearings. I was starting to get worried because the sun was going down and I knew soon it would be dark. So I started trudging up this hill. Soon something scuttled out of the undergrowth and just about run over my foot. I jumped in horror, and looking down I saw it was this huge black rat. I shuddered and I carried on. There was this really odd smell that kept coming every so often on the breeze. It was quite unpleasant. I couldn't figure out what it was. Also, I had this weird feeling that I was being watched by someone or something, and I kept turning around and looking about, but I couldn't see anything. I was getting a little bit worried now, as it was starting to get dark. Anyway, I carried on walking. A while later, I heard some footsteps behind me, and the smell came back. This time it was stronger than ever. Looking around behind me, I could see in the gloom the figure of this goat, but it was standing upright. What got me was its eyes. They were predatory and really evil looking. As the creature advanced on me, all the memories that I had in the past of the Goatman from the stories I'd been told, they all came flooding back. My disbelief turned to panic, and I just ran. I ran and ran, trying to put distance between me and that thing. As I was running, I tripped on a root and I fell down through the undergrowth. I went crashing down and I split my knee open. I felt myself bleeding. My first thought was, oh no, it'll smell my blood. It'll come after me. It'll know where I am. I desperately crawled into the undergrowth, trying to conceal myself, as I could hear it coming on down the bank after me. It was getting closer and closer. I was so terrified I could hardly breathe. My heart was going a mile a minute in my chest. I honestly know how a terrified little creature feels, like a rabbit hiding from prey. It's that same paralyzing terror. I waited, and it got closer and closer. And then it passed by. It was so close I could just make out its hooves above my head. I don't know how long I lay there for. I was shivering and I felt as if I was going into shock. And then I heard voices calling me. It was Ray, and his father and his uncle were there too. I heard dogs barking. I got up and I waved out. They caught me in their spotlight. I was taken to the medical centre. When I got back home, I told them all about it. Ray's uncle said to me, "You had a very lucky escape, and while some people don't believe in the Goatman, there are some things that are past our understanding."